ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, I am back. I'm the Old Humble Guy. Cheers, salutations, how you doing? I'm the Old Humble Guy. This is the Old Humble Distilling Company's channel. You may have guessed that by just on the context clues, since I am in fact the Old Humble Guy, and this looks like vaguely like a warehouse where I'm working in. You could probably even deduce that I am at the distillery. It is midnight 30, and I am at the distillery, and we are about to filter our legendary, delicious Boomtown bourbon for the next shipment that's going to go out to our distributor. And we're doing this at midnight because my distributor said I'll be there on Monday or Tuesday. And I'm like, well, shit, I guess I'll just have product available on Monday or Tuesday. Plus, we just passed 1,800 subscribers, which means it's time to do a giveaway. And I'm going to announce that giveaway tonight on tonight's show. So if you're one of the lucky twos and twos of people who join me tonight, you will be one of the first to find out about the giveaway that we're going to do tonight. I don't know what we're going to do. The giveaway will be. Well, I do know what the giveaway is going to be. It's going to be a bottle of our Boomtown bourbon, our legendary Boomtown bourbon, which I do not have. I don't have one at my fingertips right now. But right now, I'm actually right in the middle of the process of proofing the whiskey, getting it to 90 proof, so that we can start running it through the filters. And the filters right here, you can see it over my shoulder. Well, you can't see it over my shoulder yet. Let me turn it that way. Yeah, there's the filter. It's going to be running right through the filter over my shoulder. We're going to be, I might even move my broadcast suite over there to those tables and play some games while I'm just waiting for it to filter. Because then we can chat and we can have the talks and do all the stuff we do. Maybe, can I switch scenes? Yeah, I think I might be able to switch to the happy hour solo set. But yeah, I have this set up. I have everything set up, all the tech and everything set up for a day in the life. But I realize, having started now, that I might be able to switch over from a day in the life to actual happy hour setup, which would be kind of cool. But I don't know. I'm playing it by ear. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I haven't done a stream since. Early February. When was the last stream that I did? I did the 72-hour live stream. Let me look and see when the last live stream was that I did. Holy cow. 3 weeks ago, we did a game night. So that would have been the first week of February when the last stream that I did. So holy hiatus, Batman. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Holy hiatus, Batman. But there you go. I'm the Old Humble Guy. This is the Old Humble Distilling Company, our shop, our warehouse, where all the magic happens. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Is your bar looking a little ordinary? Is it lacking something awesome? Well, head out to your local liquor store and pick up something extraordinary. Grab a bottle of Old Humble Straight Whiskey or Old Humble Special Reserve. They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
Get yours today, indeed. That's the title screen. I want the title screen. I want to be back at live concert. And there we are, over there, where all the magic is going to be happening tonight. Let me adjust the cam a little bit. All right, so what we've got here, in this container right here, we've got the actual whiskey. And I am in the middle of proofing it down to 90 proof. It should be really close to 90 right now. It was at when we dumped the barrels, it was at about 137.8. I needed to add water to bring it down to 90 proof. So I'm going to drop this pretty little creature in there to see where we stand by way of proof. It's probably between 95 and 100 is my guess right now. And if you're in chat, say hi. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you joining us. Uh, Jesus, I look like a fucking whale. That's fine. I'm going to lose some weight. I promise. I really will. Let's see here. The temperature that we have this at was at 65 earlier. Where's my thermometer gun? Ah, son of a bitch. Where did my gun go? I had my thermometer. What did I do with it? There it is. Underneath a book. All right. Current temperature is 72. It was 65 degrees earlier. Now it is 72. 72.1. So I'll take my reading at add 18G 34. Add 18. So now we are at 52 gallons. Y'all didn't hear what I just heard. A couple of dumbasses are driving down this road. There it is. This road is filled with potholes. And there's one pothole. There's a pothole that's about this deep. And these two dumbasses were just driving out, just racing down the road. And I'm like, they're going to hit a pothole in just a second. Yep, they hit a pothole. Okay, so we got 53. We're at 105, 104. Yeah, we're right at 104 proof. I'm going to call it 104. Yep, it's 104. 52 gallons, 104 proof at 72 degrees. And then I check my calibration tabs over here. Polska Bob and Bacon are both in the house. Cheers, boys. We are probably sitting, that should put us right about 100 proof. 104, 72 degrees, 99.0 is the calibration. So we're at 99.0. So now I do my math. I come over here to my math machine. Oh yeah, oh absolutely, Bob. This road is the shittiest. I mean, you got to go slow on this road. This road is a 100% 20-mile-an-hour road. If you're going more than 20 miles an hour, you're gonna fuck up your car. So we've got 99. The proof is 99 times 52 gallons, and divide that by 200 to find out how much alcohol it is. That's 25.74 gallons of alcohol, and then divide that by 0.45. That means I need another 5 gallons of water to be added to the batch. I'm a little bit skeptical that I need that much, but I'm going to go ahead and get my water loaded up, and we're going to be getting awfully close to the top of this barrel. Now, earlier today, I don't know if I have to yell. I probably don't because my microphone's right here by my mouth. Earlier today, we passed 1,800 subscribers on the account. This isn't I don't have the proper happy hour setup on my computer machine. So, without the proper happy hour setup, I don't have my sub tracker going off. But I assure you, we're at 1,800. Last I checked, it was 1,803. So, if we should be on track to hit 2,000 subs by the end of the month. We should be. on track for 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month. This month, the month of March, which is absolutely awesome. It's about half of the goal that I want to have for the year. I'd like to be at 4,500, 4,000, between 4,000 and 500 by the end of the year. I think that's an attainable goal. I'm not even sure if that's a stretch goal, to be quite honest. I think it's a very attainable goal, along with my 4,000 hours of watch time. Let's turn you just a little bit. You know, like you're a little bit of a zombie. You know, we turn you a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to let this settle for a little bit. Get my hydrometer to bob around in there for a minute. Let it settle in. It's actually looking a lot lighter than I want it to look. That is bad. That is super duper bad. That is over full. I'm going to have to pull some of that out of there. Fuck. It's built into their collars. Clever boy. All right, I have overproofed this, so I'm going to have to do some magic. How far down are we? We are at 90, right about 91. Yeah, I overdid it by a couple of gallons, I believe. I should have followed my instinct. I knew that was too damn much water to put in there. All right, let's get that temperature real quick. I do have methods for solving this problem. We're at 76 degrees. 76 degrees and about 95. We're not too bad. If that's at 90, oh no, it's at 89. Okay, so the reading is 89 proof. Yeah, I shit the bed on this pretty bad. All right. So here's how we solve this problem. You don't see the whiskey guy making mistakes very often, but it happens. It happens. Do 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 do. All right, so what we do is we siphon out some underproof whiskey. Actually, I don't even need to use that. Just go down in like that. Do it the proper sanitized way. All right, so that'll fill up for a minute. Come here, you. And then we do the same thing in another barrel with some higher proof whiskey that we also dumped out of barrels earlier today. Oop. Now, crap. And I need to make sure it doesn't come out of the fluid. There are actually much easier ways to do this, like taking the whole damn barrel and just dumping it in there. But I'm trying to be somewhat civilized tonight for some reason. Woo! That is strong. You know what? Fuck it. The whole barrel's going in there. It's going to be easier that way. All right. So what I'll do is I'll swap out 6 gallons of this for 6 gallons of this. And that should raise the proof. That'll raise the proof significantly in this one. It'll lower the proof a little bit in this one. But that's fine, because I can solve that problem, because this one's going to be getting some water anyway. That one needs more whiskey. And then everything should be good. Everything should be good. Boop, boop. Okay. So we added 5 gallons plus 5G, 57. Ugh. At 84 proof. Okay, so now I got to fix that problem. So how the hell have you guys been? Jesus Christ, it's been a week of Sundays at least since I've been out roaming the world doing the things that I need to do. Tonight might have been worth doing a forum show, I suppose, but maybe not. You know what? I'm actually going to speed this process up just a skosh by throwing in a second siphon. Because if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Right? Right. There we go. Speed that process up just a little bit. I have 2 more that I could put in there too. But I want you to see the color in this thing. Look at this. Look down here. Look at that color in that whiskey. That is some beautiful, beautiful, dark, dark, dark stuff. Woo! I'm super duper. I'm always excited about a fresh batch of whiskey coming out. It makes me joyful. It truly does. To see everything coming together, see the plan coming together, seeing the product materialize as, months and months and months of hard work finally pay off. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how good a feeling it is. It's hard to describe. I'm over here working on my bench at the same time I'm trying to do this. That's just too damn loud. I can't do that. All right. We're about halfway there. And I should probably pull out a little bit more than the 6 gallons that I'm putting in. That's okay. I will. I'm going to pull out a little bit more than 6 gallons. Or put in, yeah, we good. It's a piece of wood. You don't need to be in there, little piece of wood. Anyway, so this is the day in the life of the distiller. Exciting, huh? Darkness ensues. Oh, you know, as far as that goes, check it out. Quality control, right? Look at that. Look at that delightful cask strength all the way. Whew! Cask strength. Holy cow. Whew, that packs a punch. Gee gods. You know, it just hurts my heart that people take something like that and put their damn municipal water in it. Frozen or not municipal water, it's still municipal water. They take that, they put their municipal water in it. When they could have gotten special rainwater delivered from Jesus H. Christ himself. Will you do a cask strength? Yeah, probably one day. I'll probably do a cask strength one day. I'm not going to rule it out. I'll never rule it out. There's always the possibility that I'll do something. Everything's always possible. Impossible is un-American. But we are, and in fact, on our redesigned bottles say specifically that impossible is un-American. I love my new bottles. I know my new labels. I love them. Absolutely love the new labels. All right, so I'm going to put the hydrometer in the whiskey. What I'm going to be looking for is, as I add the high proof whiskey, I'm going to be looking for that to drop, or rise up rather, to about 98 proof on the hydrometer reading that I have. I'm going to look for it to go up to about 98. And I'm going to have 2 of them in there so that they can agree with each other. Because this one is currently reading about 85. And this one is currently reading about, well, no, that's not 85. That's a little bit higher than 85. It's about 88, 89. All right, so y'all are going to be subjected to science content. Sorry. That's just how it goes when you tune into a day in the life of the distiller. I am going to do a happy hour episode. We're going to talk about ancient civilizations. We'll do a happy hour episode. I so desperately want to do ancient civilizations. I want to do the history of science. That's going to be a topic. Because, you know, we didn't always have science. In fact, Bacon, I credit you with this idea. Because, you know, we were talking about that one night, you know, and how, like, scientists believe one thing and then they changed it. You know, scientists, something about planets. I don't remember what it was. You know, something about people that when we discovered the first planet, like, you know, they didn't discover the first planets. They just kind of all knew it. They knew it was there just by looking up and seeing it. And we didn't have science for a really long time. There was natural observations, and it was more like philosophy than science. You know, Aristotle and those ding dongs sitting around there, sitting around the marketplace, thinking, theorizing, not really sciencing shit up, just theorizing of stuff and having ideas about how things worked. Okay, so we're down to about 94 proof. Let me take a temperature draw on this. That's 76 degrees, 76. And if I check my 76 degrees, I'm looking for it to be about 97. Right now we're at about 87, 87 proof. Hydrometers do not work like thermometers. Thermometers check temperature. They, there's a fluid, like fluid thermometers. There's a fluid in a ball, and as the fluid heats up, it expands and it goes up into the thermometer. They used to do mercury, now they do some kind of ammonia, red dye, something like that. I'm not entirely sure what it is. This uses a laser, shoots the laser and tracks the difference. I don't know how it works. It's magic. It uses a laser. Hydrometers compare the specific gravity of a vessel. So it's supposed, when it's got 0% alcohol, it's the same, it's zero, its specific gravity is 1. And these are calibrated at different specific gravities. You can see this is proof levels. So this one goes from 90 up to 110. And I'm looking for it to read right about here between 98 and 100, or 98 and 99. And this one is and they're all calibrated for a certain temperature. These are 60 degree Fahrenheit is what the calibration is for these. I don't know if you can see that. There it is, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And this one goes from 80 to 120. And I'm looking for them to be right at, for the temperature of this vessel, they should be right about 90. The vessel's at 76 degrees. So I'm looking for them to sit at 97 proof, a reading of 97 proof here. Yeah, because this is 76 degrees. So I'm looking for a reading on these of 97. And right now I have a reading of 94. And this one shows a reading of 94. So they should have the same reading on them if they're both calibrated properly. And this is the first time I've ever put 2 hydrometers in the same vessel at the same time. So what this tells me, what it's reading is the specific gravity. So it bobs up and down in the water based on the specific gravity. And the specific gravity of a mixture of alcohol and water has it's a known quantity, and it's universal for all alcohols, all alcohol water mixes. So if you have 45% alcohol by volume, which is what I'm shooting for, your hydrometer will read a certain level 100% of the time. And that is how they measure proof. So I'm going to let this settle a little bit more. One more time, I'm going to let it settle, then might have to add a little bit more in there. And I know how much I've added. I had 6 gallons, and now we're down to about 3.5. So I added about 2.5 gallons. I took out 6, and I've added back in a certain, so I'll know how much my volume is. And it's important to know the volume, because you know the volume, then you can estimate how many bottles you're going to get. You estimate how, and then track inventory, and then all this information goes back into my government reports. Always about the government reports. Now we're sitting at right at 95 proof at 74 degrees. So I go back to my handy dandy. 95 proof at 74. That is right at 89. The temperature is right between 74 and 75, and we are right at 90. Right at 90. It's fluttering between 90, right around 95 right now. So we're not fully stabilized, but we're damn close. And if it's 95 and 75, We're at 89.6. So I could give it just a skosh more, maybe another half gallon or so in there. I really want to dial it in. I'll give it just a little bit more. And, in larger distilleries, this is done through pumps into mixing vessels, pumps that have gauges on it to determine how many gallons of water are going in and how many gallons of alcohol have gone in and all this. We don't have any of that. Not yet. We will. But we're doing 50 gallons at a time. When we're doing 500 gallons at a time, that'll make a difference. But we're not quite there yet. Not quite there. Old coolant testers. Yeah, very much like old coolant testers. Because the old coolant testers are literally testing the old coolant testers are literally testing the percentage of coolant and water that are in your coolant, or how much coolant is in your coolant versus how much water is in your coolant. And yeah, these very much rise and drop. I mean, I can show you. Zoom in on that Cambot. Yeah, you see them just bobbing around in there. So they were all the way up like this, and now with the added alcohol, they're down here. And this one says, they both say 90, like 95, right at 95, 96. And based on this temperature, because the temperature matters. It's not just the hydrometer reading. The temperature matters. The temperature's dropping down to 74 degrees. And I need to get this done today because this can take an hour all by itself. And it's slow and frustrating, and I need to get this filtration done because I need to get the bottling done tomorrow. Ideally, most of the bottling done tomorrow. It's not all going to get done tomorrow, but if I'm doing any work on Sunday, I want it to just be labeling. So now we're at 74.5 degrees temperature-wise. So I go to my calibration table, or between 74 and 75, and I'm looking for a proof that is between 96 and 97. And I've got a proof that is bobbing around a little bit too much. Slow down. I got to let this settle down. I'm not getting a clear reading. They're bobbing around in the water. Move you guys back a little bit. You're crowding me. What are we asking? But yeah, they definitely do. They rise and drop. It's very much like an old Galilean thermometer. You know, the Galileo thermometers that have the little they're like in the little test tube that's filled with water, and they got the pressure filled glass balls, and as the temperature changes, the glass balls move up and down. It's like those, except that changes based on temperature. This changes based on percent alcohol, specific gravity. Okay, so I stirred it up, and the alcohol settled down and mixed in a little bit. We are at 94 proof, which means we're just a couple of proof points short, probably of the rest of this gallon. And that should, so that's exactly 3 gallons that we put in there. We took out 6, added 3. And I'm going to let that settle, give it a little stir. And that's also why I run it through the filter to kind of homogenize it a little bit. Because, you know, alcohol settles to the bottom, settles to the top. You get it stratified in there. If you don't, you know, you can have a whole layer of water and a whole layer of, you have a whole layer of high proof alcohol and a whole layer of low proof alcohol that didn't mix enough, and you're taking a measurement off the top and not off the middle or not off the bottom. Yeah, that could be a bad thing. Bad, okay, okay, that could be bad. Usually, when I take a reading in the measuring tube here, when I take a reading in this thing, I'll take a measurement from way down here in the middle to make sure I get a good cross section of the alcohol. And that's actually what I'm going to do right now. Take a good deep reading. Take this one, put it in there, see what we get. And now we have a reading of temperature-wise. I'm getting readings all over the map here. So now it's telling me that the reading is 90. 1. I'm getting readings all over. Every time I stir it, the percentage goes down. Okay, that's cool. That's telling me I'm on the right track at least. Making sure it's good and mixed up, good and stirred in. That's good. That's good. Maybe that's why I had such a high reading. I didn't stir it before I put in that last 5 gallons. But see, if I go over proof, if I go above 90 proof, adding in the alcohol, that's not really a problem because I can add water and lower the proof down. It's only really an issue. It becomes kind of a pain in the butt if you add too much water. Uh-oh. And then you have to start doing these stupid little gymnastics of balancing it back out, pulling out water, putting in alcohol. This, not gonna lie, this is a frustrating moment. I don't like doing this. I don't like doing this at all. This makes me very nervous and anxious. But we're in the right zone now. We're back in the right zone. We're at 96 on this one. This one's bobbing up and down a little bit. Get you out of there. Get my handy dandy science equipment. All right, we're settling in. Let me get a temperature on it. Where did I put my thermometer? There it is. Science content, kids. 75. We're at 75 degrees. It's good. Nice thermal, hydrothermal reaction, I think is what it's called. When the water connects up with the alcohol, it creates a little baby miniature chemical reaction. Good thing I'm doing this. If it were up to me, I'd just use a giant ladle to mix those layers up. uh, a giant ladle. Well, I do have a giant paddle. That's what I use. Okay, you can give it another dump of alcohol. And we have a gallon of alcohol left to add. We got to be getting close. Got to be getting close. The problem, though, is, I mean, usually when I do this, I do it right the first time. And then I just replicate it on the other two barrels. And everything's good. But if I do it wrong the first time, then I can't do it. I can't just replicate it on the other two barrels. It's just, you know, I have to work for the other barrels. I have to do it again for the second barrel and then do it again on the third barrel. And at best, I can only replicate it one time. All right. Come on, baby. Do me proud. Give me the number I'm looking for. 96. You're not giving me 96. How are these so wildly? What am I doing? Give me that which I desire. Maybe it's you. We're right at 95, so that's a step in the right direction. 95 at whatever temperature that is. 95 at 74 degrees is. And see, the thing is, the amount of alcohol I add gets less and less and less effective the more I add. Yeah, we're at 76 degrees now. Some kind of reaction going on in there. So it's 76 degrees. That's what's going on. Okay, so the temperature's screwing with me. So I need to let the temperature drop down a little bit. 75, there goes. Okay, that heat dissipated. 75 degrees, 95 proof. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Da, 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 da. Bingo. Nailed it. Nailed it. You know what? I could stand to have another proof point added to it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're at like 95 at 76, 75 degrees, which is telling me it's 89, between 88.6 and 89, which I'm not satisfied with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, 88.2 and 88.6. I'm just not satisfied with that. And I had another gallon to give, so I threw it on in there. And it's not going to change it much, but if it changes it that little 0.5%, that little half proof point, then I'll be satisfied with it. I want that little extra half proof. Not going to hurt anything to have it the right. Have it sitting there on the right number. Besides, it keeps all my measurements square. You know, add 6, minus 6. That is right at 90. Yep, 96. There we go. I'm happy. I'm happy. Minus 6G plus 6G, total 57 gallons at 96 proof per 70. What did I say it was? 75 degrees? 75.0, 74, 74.4, 74.2, 74.2, 74.2. There it is, 74.2 degrees. So that gives me on my calibration table 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 90.1. 90.1 proof. I couldn't have dialed it in better. I could not have dialed it in better. With all the headache that this shit was giving me, I'm happy. Mark which one I used to measure it, 570858. 570858. Number 570858. Hot damn. All right. Finally, we can get started on doing the shit. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. Come on. There we go. All right. Oh, it is a delightful smell. It definitely smells like bourbon in here. Quite a delightful smell. All right, so we are filtering, running from this mixing barrel to this mixing barrel. I should also have some equipment coming in, not heavy equipment, some tools, some carpentry tools coming in so that I can do some work on some projects that I've been kind of putting off because I haven't had the right tools. I've tried to get the tools to do some tools that'll do the trick. I went and got this thing, which is a drill press. Takes your regular drill, turns it into a drill press, a vertical drill press, but this doesn't really work really well. Or maybe it just doesn't work well with the drills that I was using. Maybe I need to, my corded drill, not my cordless drills, but either way, it wasn't working really well. So, I'm getting my hands on an actual vertical drill press, or just simply drill press. And then we will have I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on. I'm going to be working on, well, you'll see. I'll be working on them in the distillery on screen. I'm going to try a couple of reclaimed pallet wood projects to put in our company store. You know, handmade objects that accompany your whiskey bottles, shot glasses, paraphernalia. Yeah, I did that show on the decanters, the little whiskey clip, the whiskey talk about decanters. And I'm not opposed to decanters. I like decanters. They look nice. They're pretty. I'm opposed to storing your whiskey in a decanter because if you store your whiskey in a decanter, your whiskey's going to evaporate unless the decanter has a seal on the stopper. You know, if it's got a rubber stopper or a plastic stopper and it has an actual seal, then your decanter won't let your whiskey evaporate. But if your decanter doesn't have that, your whiskey's going to evaporate. I mean, you have alcohol exposed to the air. It's gonna evaporate. That's gonna happen. So, like I said, I'm not opposed to decanters. But at the same time, I make a whiskey that I put into a bottle that's really pretty that could itself be a decanter. So I thought to myself, why don't I make a kit for people to put their whiskey bottles with their shot glasses like they would with a decanter? Ah, now you're thinking, old humble guy. Yeah. Now you don't have to have a decanter. You can just use your glass. A little tote, a little carrying tote. Get a couple of shot glasses to go with it, or a couple of uh, tumblers, cocktail tumblers. This was last used for bourbon, so we are good to go as far as product wise. All right, get this sealed up. Is it plugged in? I don't know. It's gonna get loud. It is plugged in. It is turned on. And we have flow. Do we have drips? Are we sealed? There we go. Get this, move this out of the way. Have a container of ammonium chloride over here. I don't need to have a container of ammonium chloride over there. Wish I knew it was making that damn noise. Put you there. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mwah. All right. Back to chat. Let's see what's going on. We marked the bottles at the proof at 90 proof, which is why I try to dial it in so damn close. The feds give us a little bit of grace when it comes to calibration. We can come within 2 proof points, I believe, either way. So I could go between 88 and 92. They're much more forgiving. Um, it depends on it depends on how far off, but I think they're much more forgiving if you're a little bit light than if you're a little bit heavy. So let me see what I can do with this picture-in-picture. Bring a little bit HP Live, sound mixer. I need to add a camera. Video capture, existing, that one. Yep, but I want that camera to be the little one, and I want my camera to be the big one. There. That's cool. And I'll be in the middle. The logo over here. This logo up here. Yeah, and I'll be in the middle. All right, so that's what's happening over there. I wonder if I can move this camera. Well, of course I can move the camera. Old humble guy, of course you can move the camera. What, are you stupid? Yeah, a little, sometimes. Shut up. Did I just freeze the camera? I think I did. I think I froze it. All right, let me see if I can fix it. I fucked it up. Doot, 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 doot. Yep, there it is. Fucked up. I wonder why it's acting that way. Doesn't have to act that way. All right, let's see if I can fix it with this video capture. Oh, add new HP HD web cam. Nope, not that one. How about that one? Come on. Don't be stupid. Come on. Everything's freezing now. Yep. All right, let's see if I can get video back. Nope, that's that's great. That's just great. Did that fix it? Ah, I fixed it. Okay, so that fixed it. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. All right. Back to the live scene there. Add the camera, capture device, HD web. Not that one. That one. Come on. Yeah. Deactivate. Activate. All right, so that's working. Back to the other scene. Deactivate. I don't want to do the work today. All right, what are you doing? Why are you acting this way? Why are you being like this? Yeah, the little camera, the my webcam, the one that's supposed to. This one's fine. This one's working. It's the other camera that's suddenly become stupid. HD web. Okay. One, two, three. This one's working. Okay. Is this one gonna work? There we go. Okay. We have ambient shots now. We can see what's going on behind me. So I'm gonna minimize, make this fit the screen. One more knockdown to there. All right. So as I was saying earlier, we have passed 1,800 subscribers. 1,803. The last I saw it was 1,803. Oh, and now this one's frozen. Super. Activate, reactivate. Okay. So we passed 1,803 subscribers. There it is. Okay, this one's going to be a little picture-in-picture action right over here. So I can kind of see what's going on behind me. I'll put me over here. Put this up here. Move this like there. Yeah. Kind of fill up that blank space. Okay, anyway. So what I think I'm going to do, later this month, this month, we should pass 2,000 subscribers in the month of March. 1,804 is the number we've got right now. 1,804. So we should pass 2,000 subscribers by the end of March. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And I'll give away one of the things that I make this month, a couple of shot glasses, and a bottle of our legendary Boomtown bourbon. I should get some water. I'm thirsty. Okay, I need to get something. I keep hearing noises. Part of it's the wind, I know, but also part of it is paranoia because I know there's people out here. It's actually quite nice The weather out here is quite nice, but I need to have something on my. I need to make sure that things are okay. Just need to make sure things are stable. So fighting two kangaroos. Okay, so check this out. My son went to this aquarium that has the kangaroos, the animal encounter thing. He went there, and these motherfuckers have a speed bag hanging in the kangaroo enclosure. In the kangaroo area, the exhibit area, the kangaroos have a speed bag. I think it's a perfectly legit thing to want to fight a kangaroo. I don't I don't I don't see the problem. So I don't know how it's going to come together. I don't yet know how it's going to happen. But I am committed to the idea now more than ever. You know, knowing that these things have an actual training facility. They have a training facility at the aquarium. I mean, that's what's making the noise. I have sawdust all over the place right now. I've got I've got so many projects that are in the half finished stage. Like check this out. This was the first attempt at making this pallet wood like tote. This was gonna it just all like just collapsed. This was gonna be for the shot glasses here, a place for the bottle here. Just a nice little thing. I sand the whole thing down. The whole damn thing came off. So that was when I was like, yeah, I need better equipment because I'm gonna lose a finger. I can't be, walking around with 9 fingers. That'd be weird. I mean, no sweat for you, 9-finger Jack, but I'm not 9-finger Jack. I'm 10-finger Joe. I'm gonna pour myself a drink. I'm gonna get myself some water, and we're gonna sit down. We're gonna finish this show. We're gonna keep going until that whiskey's done filtering. I want to get through the first stage of filtration. I want to get through the first stage of filtration. Ah, I mean, I could probably go longer. I mean, depends on what y'all want to do. But it takes an hour or so to go through each stage of filtration. And it's late already. I didn't get started on this till after midnight. I picked up a little part-time work to help take care of the bills at home. But yes, fucking way. Bacon, they have they absolutely do have a speed bag in their enclosure. 100%. I need to have a background on here. Color background should I do? Can I do a background? Why is my video so choppy all of a sudden? Is it because I'm running both cameras at the same time? It might be. Let me go back here. Just that? Will that fix it? Does that fix all the video? Yeah, now the video is not choppy. Okay. So I can always switch back, take a look and see what's going on. I guess so, because I've got 2 graphics running at the same time, plus a second camera, plus, yeah, it's probably going to, like, totally, the graphics processor on my motherboard's just going to leap out of my computer and run for the fucking hills. So, y'all have heard it here first. I'm going to record a video Sunday or Monday announcing the giveaway. By the end of March, I'll do a short, I'll do a regular video, and I'll mention it on all the live streams if we have any more live streams this month. I'm sure I'll be live tomorrow when we do the actual bottling. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to see if I can switch scenes here. Can I switch scenes to do